LivePerson, that ticker LPSN, continuing its exciting climb up the chart since this community here called it the reversal, the lows. The 64 cents is a big area where a lot of people have their average. Don't be afraid to add to it. This is a chart supplied by Cheesehead on Discord. We're going to compare the closing prices of Carvana to LivePerson and see these eerie similarities, what those were for Carvana in future, what they might then be for LivePerson. I'm going to compare that and those important data points, which I'll show you just briefly here. That is those data. 124, 122, 148, 169, these sort of levels. So then the equivalent we'd be looking for 125, 123, 143, 159. Those important data points. We're going to compare that with the technicals on the chart. This is the chart. We're looking at the weekly time frame there to start off with, because we've just had a weekly close, and look at some of those exciting levels that price action could get to. We're also going to check in with the 4-hour time frame here on extended hours, talk about the potential bearish scenarios if things don't turn out the way we hope. Good to be aware of this, because then not only do you see the trigger points and are able to manage the potential risk, but you also understand and know where it is that you would defeat that thesis and then add sugar to the bulls, price action pushing to the top side. Let's check in with price action, the power behind the price, and that eerie similarity we're seeing with the Carvana closing prices. So these are what those data here. The important thing to bear in mind is that this is very speculative, and Cheesehead is graciously sharing this information that he's gathered and compiled and even visualized for us in such handy ways. And he's doing it for a bit of fun. But also, it's true to say that there are similarities. Carvana, we also called it here, first on the channel, massive, many thousands of percentage returned on that ticker, and a trade that this channel is known for. Many people would like to claim that move as something they spotted, but they obviously were here in the chat box watching. You are now, so make the most of this one with LivePerson closing. Then 125, 123, 143, 25, 23, 43, 25, 23, 43. And here is that visualization that he so helpfully put together for us. A couple of bits of sideways closing, followed by a huge move back up again, a very positive one, and then continuation of that trend to the top side. So very exciting potential moves. Now the similarity of these two closing prices speak for themselves. If you'd like to know how that data is compiled, or check in with Cheesehead himself, he's on the Discord at www.discord.gg/rockyoutcrop, where there you'll find many thousands of other traders very interested in LivePerson. So a great place to be, a free place to be, and excellent community of people around you there, so check it out. So that's what we're looking at, and let me double check with these data. 25, 23, 43. So what does that mean for price action? 25, 23, 43. We're going to go on first the 4-hour here and zoom in very closely to price action, talking about where those levels are and what it means for potential future moves on LivePerson. It's very exciting seeing how much money everybody's been making. So here's the 200 period moving average. Price action's open and closed above it. Strong, obvious level of resistance until such times as it closed up there and managed to use it as support 121 on this 4-hour. Subsequently, we had a wick, took us as high as 134. And then at the moment, you've got a close outside the topside Bollinger Band. You've got 3 of those in a row. That's very positive. 4-hour time frame then, 23... Tradespotting, what was it? Just triple check. 25, 23, 43. 25. So we can do that with a circle. There is 25. So you're looking at in it around that 382 and that 125 level initially, which will make that a slightly different color so it stands out. Give it a big bright green, shall we? And make it thicker because it's still invisible. Right, so there it is. That's an interesting move. 25, then 23 would be a drop back down again, testing that 200 period moving average. Confirmation perhaps on a closing price. You might look at it that way. Let's make it slightly smaller. Do that with previous one, but still reflecting some degree of the change in price with this change in size. If it would let me select the, yes, little, no, not at all. Anyway, so there you're looking at it, and then 43, right? Then the next level will be up testing this golden pocket, and that would be a fantastic move. That would speak to price action going in a very positive direction, having tested important levels of support. So from this level back down and then come up, test the golden pocket. The golden pocket here, very important level, because if you look left on the 4-hour time frame, it is a peak that could be part of a potential head and shoulders. So if that head and shoulders was to break down, where would price action be going? Great to be aware of these artifacts on the chart when amble. Check out Rocky Outcrop, youtube.com/c/Rocky Outcrop. Excellent video on Wednesday about the volatility and the move coming on LivePerson. Dovetailing and giving you brilliant information, the combination, the brothers, your brothers here daily covering LivePerson weekly with Rocky, and excellent engagement on the Discord there. So be sure to check these resources out. So this potential reversal formation, a head and shoulders on the chart, defeated when price action breaks back above the golden pocket. Why might it do that then? And how would that evolve beyond those short and medium term targets that we've identified on the charts? Well, if it doesn't hold that level, the first thing we're going to talk about is breaks back down again. And the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders, that's back down at around $1. So to get there would be quite a dramatic move. Now up to the weekly, where you can see positive moves we've had most recently on price action. Turn off the drawings to make it slightly clearer. I've got the Rocky Outcrop Toolkit and the Rocky Outcrop Flash. Those are the indicators on the chart that you see, along with the Bollinger Bands. That's part of the toolkit. Those moving averages, again, part of the toolkit, and that Fibonacci sequence. Also, all automatically applied on the charts by the Rocky Outcrop Toolkit, available when you upgrade on the Discord. This is a positive picture you're seeing. While price action has moved down, you've got a reversal formation, price action testing that 50 simple on the first wick high here. If it manages to beat that and recover, you could ultimately be looking at moves back up to then the 200 period moving average. So $22 at the minute, likely you find that in at around $20. Golden pocket along the way is at $10. And then 50% retracement against that prior trend up at around 5.70. So those might be the areas you'd look to if you break the 50 simple and go up using that Fibonacci sequence. There's also important levels along the way with horizontals at 250, then subsequently testing in at around $4, and then back up in at around 580, similar, matching that 50% retracement. So these are exciting levels on the weekly time frame that are very positive if price manages to break up. If it doesn't hold that neckline, it would also be breaking this upward sloping trend line. It's a diagonal, it's on the weekly time frame, it's significant. Price action yet to break above this 236. Very important if it can manage to do that on a closing price on a weekly time frame, and that's in at around that 149 level. So very, very interesting, this 149. Golden pocket on the 4-hour. You can see it's a 236 on the weekly time frame. Drop down to the daily, where you can see that price action, interestingly here, testing above the topside Bollinger Band, having found support at the center line of the Bollinger Bands. Also interesting artifact there. And then jump up to the 2-day time frame, turn drawings off and on, to make the point that, again, opening and closing above that center line of the Bollinger Band and recovering now above a 236. If price action is to put in a third test, potentially coming for that idea of head and shoulders, come up, test the Bollinger Band on the 2-day, then you'd be looking again at 149. So we definitely anticipate price finding a lot of interest around that level. And if it's to break, very, very significant, those next targets, perhaps you'd look at the weekly, find them, and holy sugars, they're very, very high. 170, very much on the cards right now. So a lot of exciting things in this episode. Make sure you hit the like button. That's really appreciated. If you want to support this show, help my motivation, and keep this excellent resource available for everybody, and get it back on the regular, then please do become a channel member. Support the show using the links in the description below. Join my Patreon if you'd like to at www.patreon.com youtube.com/tradespotting. But the best possible option for you, which is designed as such, is for you to take the course, be a member on Discord, upgrade to the paid side, get all the indicator suites made for you, have access to people just like yourself, the best possible data and the most engagement from Rocky and I. So that's the plan. It would be helpful for you to look into that option, especially if you want to be one of the serious traders that are going to build a different kind of firm that make a big difference in the markets based off all the success we're having here and in Discord. So if you think that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then that's a path we've created for you. It'd be great to see you on there. Thanks very much for watching, and you can help me and help the community by just tapping that like button and sharing this video. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thanks very much for watching. I am Tradespotting, and this is LivePerson. Lots of interesting things coming up. A collab between Rocky and I, talking about the future of LivePerson, how it so clearly and in a easily digestible manner articulates its place on the value chain, how refreshing that is, and building up to the earnings coming up at the start of November. Before that, we've got very interesting fireside chat at the 30th of September with John Sabino and an important analyst, where we're going to check in with them and watch that YouTube stream here on the channel. We're going to also cover so many aspects of the future of LivePerson's business, the way it's going to be looking to improve its balance sheet, its accounting. We're going to look into that with forensic detail, and we're going to be launching an options course soon, so you'll be able to make the most of this in all different possible ways. And until such times as that's available, I suggest you stick very closely to those most experienced traders on the Rocky Outcrop Discord, www.discord.gg/RockyOutcrop. Blueberry neck, I nearly got that wrong, but I was correct. It's 2:30 in the morning, but we managed it again. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hopefully see you on Monday. Hit that like button. All the best.